Middle of April, may bagyo. Dito tayo sa SMX, dito sa MOA. Dito tayo sa convention ng Philippine Association of Water Districts. So, hindi ho natin industry to, but may nag-invite sa atin ang Aquaculture. So, nagka-interest tayo, napuntahan sila kasi aside from the usual na application tungkol sa tubig, ay mayroon din silang application na related to aquaculture. So, yun ang ating pupuntahan. Titignan natin, alamin natin ano yung meron sila. Available na po ang Agribusiness merch sa Shopee. Ang link nasa description box. Mamalengke online sa onlinepalengke.com. Your original, trustworthy online palengke. Thank you sa mga donors sa aming Give a Grocery to Farm Workers Project. For donations, contact us. Pwede rin sa YouTube Thanks. Just click the Thanks button. Naalala nyo po yung Agritourism Farm Tour natin sa Thailand? Mauulit po yan, this time para naman sa Fruit Orchard Tour for Agritourism. So May 31 to June 3, 2023 po yan sa Chantaburi, Thailand. 11 seminar topics, 10 farm tours. And this time, kasama po tayo dyan as one of the speakers at I will discuss digital marketing. Importante po yan para sa mga farm owners na magkaroon ng online presence ang inyong mga farm. To register, visit Facebook page of Inspired Learning Tours. Pwede kayong tumawag or mag-text sa 0917-5066-876. Siyempre, mayroon pong discount para sa mga subscribers ng Agribusiness.
Yun yung unang message.
An American water treatment consultant. Farmers in producing more and of higher quality by removing salt from water. Hello, sir.
I saw you on TV.
Oh.
You're famous.
Oh.
This was, where was it? The guy who builds the ships.
Oh yeah.
I saw that.
Jim, I'll put microphone.
So whatever I say can be used against me in the court of law?
That's live, Jim, huh? Live via satellite.
No.
No, he
No,
does.
no.
He does his own editing. I saw.
Yeah. Basically, what's your product is all about?
I started.
By the way, we have to introduce yourself first.
I'm Jim Work, COO of Aquaworks. The CEO is my wife Agnes Work, and I am COO, Siggy, whatever she asks, I do.
All right, can you tell us about your products and services?
Yes, we bring in novel U.S. products, U.S. technology for the betterment of the water quality here in the Philippines, whether it be simple equipment or our products like this. And then we also train new engineers how to specify and design equipment for use in the Philippines. So we're a multifaceted company where we have many different offerings and many different. My wife is actually an expert in wastewater. So she does wastewater. I do more of the potable and municipal water.
Oh, we have several applications.
Yes, aquaculture, hospitals, medical centers, hotels, beverage companies, manufacturing, laboratories, water districts. like we're at this show here.
Uh-huh.
So many different applications and uses.
All right. So since you're from agribusiness, we're interested your application on aquaculture.
All right, so aquaculture. We do things like if somebody has a pond farm or a fish farm that has high turbidity, high morbidity rate because of diseases, I have systems and designs where we can recirculate, purify the water, and clean up the turbidity all in one system. We also have the testing equipment for aquaculture through different companies that we represent, Hawk, Lamont, Hanna, several different companies that we supply equipment for people to test or do online monitoring of their water quality in real time. Again, many different offerings and possibilities for whatever the customer needs. We also have wastewater technologies that do not disturb the fish or the aquaculture, where people need to treat the wastewater, but if they use, for example, chlorine, the chlorine is toxic to the fish and the aquaculture. Well, we use things like peracetic acid, hydrogen peroxide, and use it in technologies like UV and implement them together and get better results.
Is it applicable for fish pond or even for fish pens, like open waters?
All right, so if it's open water, yes, we can diffuse, for example, oxygen up into the pen
All
in an
right.
enclosed area. So you will get better oxygen levels, and if we recirculate the water in that pen that passes through, we can put UV light to keep the water more disinfected, more clean. It's quite expensive to disinfect in an open area, where if you have a channel or a pipe and you recirculate, it's far less expensive. So, for example, if I have a pen that has 10,000 gallons in it and I recirculate it 10 times, that's less expensive than trying to treat that 10,000 gallons just once.
All right. You're referring to our pond. Pond.
Right, a pond.
All right.
Where if I have a pen, the water's coming back and forth very fast, so you need a much bigger system that can do that whole area at once.
So that's possible even for
Yes.
open areas.
Yes, just like we do for container ships, for the bilge treatment. Oh, that's so many gallons in a ship. They use big ultraviolet lights to disinfect that water.
There are farms already that adopted your technology in the Philippines.
We had a couple decades ago that were doing prawns, and they were very happy with the results. And then something around 2000 happened, and they ended up closing down the whole farm and turned it into industrial or something. But we have we do this. I did the treatment for a couple aquariums at zoos, but here in the Philippines, no more now. We're looking to go more back into that. I took a hiatus. I went back to the U.S. for the last 12 years, married my wife, who I met here. We went back to the U.S. for 12 years. She went to college, got her master's degree, and now we're coming back and giving back to the community. We're looking to be more involved because we understand that the mortality rate is too high for the fisheries and the prawn farms to exist and be competitive if they can't knock that down. So we're working with 3 or 4 different companies in the United States regarding their UC Davis is one of them, on new technologies that can be brought affordably to be used in these type of applications. UV light is one, non-hazardous chemicals are another, good filtration and turbidity reduction is another. So these are the type of things that we're working on bringing in a hopefully in the next year or two here.
You think it's adaptable in the Philippines?
I think it's adaptable. It's just, is it affordable? That's what we're working on, is making it affordable. So we're trying to look for ways to lower the cost. If in the U.S. they're using exotic metals to make it, can it be made in plastic? Can it be machined in PVC block form or something like that? We're looking for those types of avenues to reduce the cost on things to bring here.
At present, how much it will cost? Let's say,
Well, depending on the size, systems go anywhere from what would be $250,000 pesos up to tens of millions of pesos. We're trying to bring things down to where even a simple farmer can spend tens of thousands of pesos and have better quality and work. Also, part of it will be design. Learning how to design things where the tides will work with you
yes.
to keep things cleaner rather than things get very dirty. Similar to what they do in an oil spill. Build containment to where you don't allow the wave action to degrade where your ponds are getting very turbid. Things like this. Now we're working with Ateneo de Davao University. We have a memorandum of agreement with them. We're working with them on new projects that they're involved with on Samal Island and in the Davao region, where we're trying to get low-cost technologies to them so they can move forward. Wastewater, there's laws that are now being passed through Congress or the Senate or the legislature to require, for example, wastewater systems to have a chemical engineer validate and design or operate these. And it's a good idea because so many of the rivers and waterways have been polluted by people who can pay 1,000 peso a day fine forever, and it's cheaper than doing the treatment to take care of the environment instead. So hopefully the new fines that are supposed to be much stricter and much more enforceable will take effect, and the businesses will become more responsible to the environment and start implementing these changes.
Those are your services.
Yes, these are some of the
Engineering,
services.
design, supply, consumables,
Right,
and service.
right.
In
So-
terms of engineering, what do you mean by that, sir?
All right, the wife is a licensed engineer, master's degree in environmental engineering. She can design systems. I teach engineers. I'm not an engineer, but I teach engineers in the United States
right.
how to specify and use new equipment technologies and how to put them into their projects. Many of them have PEs, MBAs, masters. I just have a GED, but 42 years of experience.
You do design, supply. What do you mean by supply? The equipments?
The actual equipments or units, yes.
Oh,
So it's a long learning progress that always continues. We never stop learning. I've been doing this 42 years. Was planning to retire, and the wife said, yeah, in 20 more. So I'm 62 now, so that means I get to retire at 82. So we will continue on. I'm fortunate my wife is from Davao. Met her at a pharmaceutical company that she worked for, and we complement each other very well. She's meticulous, very well organized. If you will see my desk, you don't see my desk. You see the paperwork, the books, the computer, and never my desk. She has everything in files, very accurate details, very meticulous. We make a perfect couple.
where is she now?
She's in Davao.
Okay.
She's doing a workshop. We are training aspiring engineers on how to read designs and do bids for commercial projects. So she's there doing that right now.
So, what's your plan to introduce the products for the aquaculture industry?
All right, so my first plan is to develop them by meeting with engineers, meeting local government utilities, meeting government officials, water districts, and we introduce the technology. We'll do seminars, pilot tests, whatever, so the technology is introduced. Then, in time, we hope to have partners, distributors in different areas that can take care of the local community. We'll be there to back them up. I cannot see every customer that needs to be seen, but I can be involved in every project by looking at the plans, the design, the water quality, and fixing it.
At present, you're looking for what kind of farmer? Is it the big one, or?
I'm looking for anybody who has problems with water that wants to solve it. Big, small, multinational, the guy with a carabao growing his rice. Anybody who needs help with the water quality to enhance their lives and their products that they're growing or propagating.
Is that feasible for small farmers?
Yes, there's farms, for example, who have arsenic in the water. Well, if the arsenic gets in the food and it's tested, you can't sell your food. So we have ways to mitigate that and take that out of the water. If people have high iron or high manganese in the water, it could stain or discolor the food, then they can't sell it. So we can help even a small farm get rid of problems that they have so that they can make better use of the water that they might have. There's still some, not many, people that have their own wells. And depending on the quality, it needs treatment. Like several of the water districts now do not have enough water for their own supply. So they're having these companies come and do bulk water projects where they resell the water to the water district. I personally would rather provide the solution to the water district so they can be self-serving and keep the rates, of course, lower for the end consumer. But that's a matter of politics and business that I just walk the tightrope of staying non-political and helping whoever I have to help.
Okay, there are a lot of fish farmers. One of their problem is fish kill. Probably
Bacteria blooms or not enough oxygen. Or,
high density or turbidity, things like that.
So,
let's say, for example, in Taal Lake.
Laguna Bay,
Laguna Bay or Taal Lake.
Yeah. So
they're always experiencing that.
Right. So first we got to find out what is causing it. Second, is there a way to contain it, to treat it, or to mitigate it so it doesn't kill the fish? So oxygen is easy. You can dissolve oxygen and put, for example, weighted plastic tubing in the water. You can pump oxygen into the water so it diffuses and bubbles up so there's more dissolved oxygen. Now, when you have natural occurrences like a volcano going off or lightning hits the water, nothing you can do. But we can mitigate some things by adding oxygen water, adding nutrients, taking care of the algae blooms that come up. Number one thing, stop the pollution of the plastics into the water. That should be the number one concern. Get the plastics and the microplastics out of the water, the forever chemicals.
I think the LGUs must be the one to adopt your technology.
Right, but the LGUs have a very tough job. They have a person here who wants a community center. They have a person here who wants a hospital. They have the parents here who want a school. Well, when does the fish farmer's priority come up?
All right.
So it's a battle for the funds. So we look for creative ways to do that. One of the things we're working with is a technology to put a water refilling station in a school. the parents come and buy the water for cheaper than they can buy from other suppliers in the area. A percentage of the money raised stays with the school. So the parents get cheaper water for the kids because the kids can bring back a gallon home every day if they need to. We sell it for basically centavos instead of pesos, and a portion of the money stays with the school because the schools are the most underfunded thing in the Philippines. So we try to come up with solutions that are win-win for all. Thinking out of the box.
Like what example of solutions?
Well, like
It's
the water,
win-win to everybody.
well, the water refilling station.
All right.
All right, if you put that in a school, students, you want them hydrated because it's been proven if your students are well hydrated, they learn better. They want to take home water that's safe to drink and to cook with. Okay, it's available cheaper, and a percentage of that money that is generated is staying with the school. A portion of it, of course, has to go with whoever the original supplier is of the equipment, whether it be a LGU, whether it be a mayor, whether it be a beneficiary who just gives it, and a percentage of it has to be saved for upkeep and maintenance. But in this way, everybody can win from it, nobody has to lose.
Do you want to show us some of your products?
Well, I can. These
All right.
are some of our products are simple. Water districts use these. These are gas chlorination equipment. They fit on top of the gas cylinders to put chlorine in the water to disinfect it so people do not get cholera or dysentery or any other diseases. We also supply testing equipment so they can monitor the water quality in the water that they're using, whether it be just simple test strips or test equipment or online analyzers. We also sell the parts and maintenance things so people can be self-sufficient and fix their own equipment if they want. So this is just some of the stuff. Most of this is for the water districts because the water districts. We also sell the chemical feed equipment. We also sell, as you see on the pictures, big filtration equipment, specialized laboratory equipment, safety equipment for the gas chlorine itself. So a little bit of everything that can be offered. We are a supermarket of water treatment.
Supermarket of water
But
treatment.
also the technical support, which is very important. There's many companies that offer equipment,
Yeah.
but if you ask them how to design, how to engineer, how do I implement it? Oh no, you can buy it from me, but I don't know how to design it.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
engineer. So we are full service, full loop to the customer. This is just part of what we do and how we do it.
Aquaworks is operating in the Philippines for how long now?
2 years going on. We had our 1 year anniversary. We unfortunately started in the middle of COVID.
All right.
So we started the U.S. company, and then the Philippine company came a year after, and it has been 2 years now we're going on. But I worked before in water treatment for about 12 to 15 years here also with previous work.
In the Philippines?
Yes.
Oh,
That's why many of the water district general managers are knowing of me and we're personal friends.
Oh.
And I used to play basketball here also semi-professionally.
Professional?
Semi-professionally. The lower leagues, commercial. Not the PBA or the NBA, where Dundon Ontiveros and June Ferriel started the commercial leagues during college and after college.
What else we can talk about, sir?
I don't know. Whatever else interests you. We're kind of jack of all and master of some. So
Okay.
we are available to schools. If schools want to learn it as a class, basic water testing, we will take like these there, we'll give each of the children a strip, and we'll teach them about the different water contaminants and how to test and what they can do to improve the water quality. We do the same thing for engineers. I will go into an engineering company. We will host a lunch. We'll bring in a catered lunch, and we will teach the engineers about new technologies, how to design, how to use our design equipment and design programs to design entire systems for whether it be a hospital, a hotel, a restaurant, whatever.
You're doing an actual training?
Yes,
When?
whenever the customer would like to have us in.
Oh, okay.
We're doing training right now with Ateneo de Davao.
In Davao.
We do work with their chemical engineers group, but in Luzon, I will be introducing our availability to the engineers here. In the U.S., I already work with several different engineering companies, and we do the work for them.
Do you think there's a big potential in the Philippines?
Very big potential, because people are tired of the dirty water. People are tired of a dirty environment and some big company being able to go give 1,000 pesos to the inspector to turn away and go the other direction. People are tired of that. People want clean, safe water. People want to be able to walk down to the water and maybe dip or swim in it and not get out and have to pull garbage off of themselves. Yes. Oh, look at, I'm sorry, Boracay, but look at Boracay Beach. Oh, look what it took where they had to finally say, oh, there's so much fecal bacteria in the water. Even though it's a tourist destination, par none, they finally had to fix it because it was so nasty, so filthy, the water there. So, yeah, everybody should have free or affordable clean water.
Is this your first time to participate in this event?
As a new company, yes.
Yes. But your
Previous experiences, I have dealt with several of the water districts. I do work with, we have talked to Manila, Prime Water, Davao City Water, Butuan, the old LUA, Local Water Utility Administration, Calumpit, Dasmariñas, Malabalay, Manolo Fortich. Sorry if I forgot you, one of the districts I've worked with is hundreds. I apologize. The water district that has helped me the most, I will call out by name. Butuan City Water District, GM Sanctian, at Samuel Sanctian, has helped me, guided me, taught me how to be a better business person in the Philippines, to relate to people and the red tape involved. He has been the master. GM, thank you. And that's...
So it's entirely different doing business in the Philippines.
Very
compared
different.
in the United
Very
States.
different. You have so many agencies to deal with, so many people to deal with, so many expectations to deal with, and sometimes I don't realize there's an expectation, or I don't realize that there's other requirements needed that my salespeople are a little more well-versed on and understand than I do.
Okay. Did you try talking to the big fish pond operators in the Philippines?
The big fish pond operators, if you have problems with mortality, oxygenation problems, turbidity problems, you can reach out to us. We will try to provide a solution for you. If it's affordable, great, we're there to help. If not, we understand. We do not take it personal. We do not promise to be the cheapest solution, but we promise that anything that we provide will work, or you will get your money back. And that's how we work.
Get your money back, guarantee.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I do not want somebody's money if my solution does not work.
Okay.
I can tell you I'm very conservative and don't give money back very often. Like I can't even remember once. But if it does not work, I would give people their money back, yes.
Nice.
Thank you.
Sir, thank you so much.
Are we hungry, thirsty? All of the above? Coffee?
Coffee.
Teas? Go downstairs to Coffee
Coffee,
Bean?
what?
Let's go.
Let's go.
That's a very cheap date.
Probably we can discuss more while doing
All right,
coffee.
turn me off. I was born on Halloween. I'm very bad for the camera.
For a while, sir, I know this guy.
Yes.
Section, right?
Yes, sir.
Sila, sir, I did your corporate video long time ago.
Okay. Sakto sir ang pakilala nyo kasi we're up for updating it.
Apparently, I'm not doing it anymore.
Akala
They,
ko
they approached me, I think last year, but
I'm going
not
to-
doing it na I concentrated
fire one of my
doing
employees,
vlogging.
Okay. Ako yung pumalit kay Raymond na
Asan si Raymond?
Ayala.
this first.
Umalis.
Nag-ayala lang siya.
Bakit?
Nag-ano lang, medyo pagod lang. Nag-try lang siya ng ibang business.
Si Sir
Sir Ronald, he'll be here later. Dadating siya.
I see.
Ano sir ang ano nyo? Facebook page nyo for the vlogs?
Agribusiness, how it
Hindi
works.
pala naka-university.
I'm doing more on farming, business.
Ano sir, sa farming, paano kayo nag-water distribution sa farming? Trenchless o?
Water distribution. What do you mean, water distribution?
Ano ba?
What do you mean?
Yung paano nyo kinakalat sir yung tubig? Yung irrigation nyo? Underground? Open trench?
Usap tayo later on.
Sige.
Kasi
Eh,
other client is,
Sure, sir.
is waiting for me.
No. Sige sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ingat po.
My format is blogging. It's no particular format to follow. It's just casual conversation, and sometimes
Things develop.
Yeah, and it's really interesting.
If you followed my life here in the Philippines, it's been really interesting. I used to play, like I said, commercial basketball. My number one competitor in the Philippines used to be my employee and my basketball player.
Who is he?
His name is Cesar Liston. He has a company called Mystic Water in Davao. And we're still very, very, very close friends. His children were born in the U.S. at my place. But he has developed since I left, and he kept going. He's now got a very nice business going and is very well-to-do for himself now. Good guy.
Anytime if there's somebody that want to talk to you, it's okay with us.
I will jump up.
Yeah.
Yes, these shows are. I think GM Sanctian is here. That will be funny if he's here. He's my so-called mentor here. The one who taught me all the ropes.
How is the turnover of people?
So far, very good. So far, the show has been very productive. The number one topic of the show is arsenic. Everybody wants to remove arsenic. There's a couple different ways to do it. And the way that I do it is different than most, and everybody wants me to teach them. But if I'm going to teach them, then I have to kill them. Because they're, of course, going to try to go around and buy from my supplier. So, yeah, I teach them I have to kill them. So it's very different. Like I tell people, oh, Voltaire, you go online, you look at it. And of course they go online and they look at it, and then they send the email, oh, sir, can we be your distributor in the Philippines? And he'll send me an email back. Obviously, you're talking to Jim Work. No, call him. And then we had somebody else, very big name, very powerful, wanted to buy equipment from me, and I said, "Sorry, you must prepay before it's shipped from the United States." And they said, basically, his representative says, "Do you know who we are?" And I said, "I know who you are. Do you know who I am? I am not a bank. I am a water treatment specialist. I am not a bank. You have to pay before it goes." So they called the supplier. And they said, "Oh, Jim seems very obstinate. He does very hard to deal with. We want to buy direct from you." And they said, "Well, how much did he quote you?" And they said some number like 5 million pesos. He said, "Okay, yeah, it's 5.5 million pesos. You can buy from me direct." Of course, I get my full amount anyway. Yeah, so it's, I've almost killed an American here. Taxi. He was trying to get a taxi, and he was upset because the taxi driver didn't speak English. And I grabbed him by the shoulder. This was in near the embassy. There's a park near there.
Malate.
Maybe. And I grabbed him by the shoulder. I said, "You apologize." He goes, "What for?" I said, "You're an effing idiot. You're in the Philippines and you're scolding him for not speaking English. You apologize to him." "F no, I will not apologize to him. He should speak English." I called a police officer over. I pressed charges. The police officer asked the taxi driver if it was true. The taxi driver was very humble, very meek, did not want to cause trouble. And they took him away. And I was very glad, because foreigners, not just Americans, several foreigners. I can point to several ethnicities that come over and misunderstand hospitality with maid service, or think that just because the people are humble and hospitable that you can put your thumb down on them or talk down to them. I go crazy over that. I do not allow it. My wife would take a hammer to my teeth if I did that. She would knock out every one of my teeth with a hammer if I did something like that. That's why we want to retire in the Philippines. It's very humble. It's very low key. I can sit in the barangay and play tongits and eat my nacaraya and a San Miguel all day, and I love it. It's great. Yeah, so that's the Philippines I enjoy. I don't enjoy going to the white collar, fancy dress, rub elbows with the rich and famous. Never mind. The rich and famous, especially the politicians, the problem here in the Philippines is for every ally you have an enemy. I want to be friends with everybody I can. I don't want snipers pointing guns at me because they disagree with me. It's funny to me. It's in the U.S. we talk about how did they take Bong Marcos to be president when his father was a dictator? I said, how did in the U.S. we choose Biden as president when he's such an idiot, an imbecile, and a liar? All right, his son, dealings with China, dealings with Ukraine, selling paintings for $500,000, and he does not know how to paint. And we make this guy the president of the United States. I would like to help. I do like to help those in need. I really do. My wife she loves going back to her altar mater and mentoring to the students. She gets no pay, even though we're teaching and educating and using our expenses to upbring these new engineers. How can I say no? Are you still in college?
I graduated already.
Where from?
UST.
US
UST. UST. University of Santo Tomas.
Oh, UST. Okay, that's because I didn't know if it was Santo Tomas or San Carlos, because there's USC, and that's in Visayas. I've done work with them too. Santo Tomas. You must have been a hard worker in your life.
Work hard.
But very proud. Santo Tomas is a real university, not a diploma mill.
Yes.
You have to really do the work. You can't go to CM Recto and buy the diploma for UST.
No.
UP you can. It was really nice meeting you. I wish you a lot of success on this, because it's an adventure for you every time.
I hope someday we can show our audience the application of your product.
When we start doing some installations, we'll invite you back. The audience can contact us at our Juan Luna Street address, 110 Juan Luna
in Davao City.
in Davao City. We can be reached online at www.aquaworks.com or our Facebook Philippines page for AquaWorks also. If you're in Mindanao and you have a particular project, we welcome you to also reach out with Ateneo de Davao's Chemical Engineering Group. We work in relations with them on many projects, and we'll gladly assist them on a project that if you're using them also.
All right, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you again. I appreciate the opportunity.
And hope we can visit you again sometime.
Yes, I would like that very much.
Yeah.
Hopefully somewhere in Pampanga in the near future.
All right. Thank you,
All right,
thank you. Sir, they're from the Water District.
Yes.
Baka pwede kayo sa...
Leyte?
Cavite.
Oh, Cavite. General Trias?
No.
Adjacent
Towns.
Okay. I used to live in General Trias. How can we help you? We do the gas
All right.
chlorination. We do like hypochlorite. We do chlorine dioxide if you want that. We do the filter systems. We do the testing systems. Everything that you can need, we do.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Do
sir.
you golf? Do you golf? Golf? No?
Golf.
Oh, you're
San Miguel. San Miguel.
You're a member of the San Miguel Country Club too.
Na-picture ako sa iyo na ha.
He is watching our show. Grabe yung tubig, no? Industry pala siya. Iba tong industry na to. Global Supply Solution.
Nag-hi ka rin. Agribusiness.
Pa? Ay, hello sir.
Agribusiness mo.
Hello po, hello po. Hello po, sir. Sa ano po kayo?
Water district kami doon sa Davao.
Davao?
Bicos sa Davao. Ito yung kanang convention ng Association of Water District.
Oh.
Association of Water District Convention. Exhibit. Kami galing ng Davao.
Davao.
Davao Rizal.
Client ko rin to. Ground boss. Naging kliyente na natin. Ay.
Kayo po ba yung vlogger, sir?
Apo.
Nice to meet you. Namin pinapanood ko sa YouTube eh.
Ay, salamat po.
Naka-subscribe, sir eh.
Oo.
Vlogger si sir, vlogger.
Hello sir. Ano pang business nyo?
Pwede sir, mga genset, sir.
Genset?
Yes, sir.
Oy, thank you.
Compressor, sir, at saka
Lalaklay namin sir. Generator, portable compressor, pneumatic breaker. Tsaka light tower. Sir,
Mag-construction.
sir, pwede ba na, no?
Ay, sige sir.
Baka makapagpit mo sa vlog mo sir, sa content mo ba?
Oo, sige. Saan ba kayo naka-base?
Sa Carmona sir, Carmona.
Carmona.
Thank you sir.
Thank you sir ha. Grabe yung tubig, no? Hindi ko ina-expect na ganito ka, ano.
Literally lahat, wala kang maintindihan.
Oo. Pero ang laki-laking industry. Wala akong maintindihan, parang laki-laking industry. Available na po ang Agribusiness merch sa Shopee. Ang link nasa description box. Mamalengke online sa onlinepalengke.com. Your original, trustworthy online palengke. Thank you sa mga donors sa aming Give a Grocery to Farm Workers Project. For donations, contact us. Pwede rin sa YouTube Thanks. Just click the Thanks button. Agribusiness, how it works. Instruct, inspire, succeed.